Welcome to Caribbean Connections. You're joining us here on the beautiful coast of Jolly Harbour, Antigua. I am your host, Dion Legore, and this is Caribbean Connections, Caribbean Airlines Thought Leadership Series, where we highlight people, properties, and destinations from throughout the region and beyond. On this episode, we'll be chatting with Yorie Taylor-Armsby, the marketing manager of Harbour Island Residences. Harbour Island Residences is located in the bustling Jolly Harbour area. Jolly Harbour is famous for its marina, restaurants, yachting, and tons of tourist activities. Come join us as we chat with Yorie Taylor-Armsby.
Let's keep on grooving till we're upside down.
Yorie, welcome to Caribbean Connections. Thank you for joining us. We're here at the Harbour Island Residences in Jolly Harbour, Antigua. And Harbour Island Residences, the company that manages it, is locally owned. Yorie, can you tell us about Harbour Island Residences and what guests can expect when they come to these beautiful properties?
Sure. So just to start, Harbour Island was opened 10 years ago, 2015, by Mr. Fitzroy Christian and his team, fully local team that basically managed the property. It's self-catering, which seeks to appeal to the more modern traveler. So self-check-in, we have a concierge that appeals to your needs. We have the golf cart, as we're located in Jolly Harbour. That is a complex filled with a lot of activities, as well as resources in terms of supermarkets, pharmacies, banking, insurance. So you have
there's everything.
Everything. Yeah. So we basically have our golf carts that get you around, which is a very unique point that we tend to give to our clientele, because normally you'd have to walk around. It's a close enough property, but it's still something that you'd want to do, and other properties don't tend to encourage that. You have the options of traveling to different restaurants. There's so many different restaurants here that you can engage in, but that's one of our major things.
Yes, the golf cart is quite convenient.
Yes.
It's handy, and it takes you around the property so that you can familiarize yourself with the surroundings, because Jolly Harbour is bustling. It is busy. So we can get around here in terms of the golf carts. But if someone decides we're staying at Jolly Harbour, at the Harbour Island Residences, how easy is it to get around the island, to partake in all of the activities, visit some of the historical sites, go to some of the other beaches? How easy is that from here?
Fairly easy. So we have our concierge service. That's an added level of luxury that we have here. So you can organize rentals, you can organize tours, you can organize, let's say you don't even want to come off property, you want someone to come on property to give you some sort of luxury service. For example, spas, we offer that as well. We have a great network of rent-a-cars, tour agencies that we refer people to. So it's not just we pass you on to someone that says they're doing a service.
Right.
It's our people, our friends, our family that we put you on to, that will take care of you.
So that essentially we're seeing a model here where, it's self-catering residences in either 2, 3, or 4-bedroom configurations located here on the island, but everything is within easy reach, and you are well catered for. It's self-catering, but your needs are accommodated.
Correct.
Awesome. Yes, and there are quite a number of restaurants within walking distance, but we really didn't have to walk. We used our golf cart, which is quite convenient. In addition to the Harbour Island Residences, are there other properties throughout the island that the company looks after?
Yes, we do. So we have a number of properties on the northern side of the island, as well as the western side of the island as well, where we are currently.
So if somebody has a different type of need, the company can facilitate.
Yes. So we have a number of properties and we understand our clientele. So for example, someone that needs a particular type of space, a particular type of view, amenities, let's say it's a family, a large group, we have properties that are tailored for those types of people.
Right. So basically, you curate based on the needs of the client.
Yes.
Right. So it's very personalized. Yeah. And that is useful because sometimes in the hotel business, you can feel like a number or you can feel like a statistic, but not with Harbour Island Residences. You give us that homely type of feeling.
Yes.
Or stay in Antigua is with the kind compliments of Harbour Island Residences, where you have a wonderful combination of 40 villas of either 2, 3, or 4 bedrooms. The villas are self-catering and perfect for every type of family. The large family, the honeymooners, or those of us who are just coming here for a good lime. You may contact Harbour Island Residences at 268-720-3489 or email stay@harbourislandresidencesantigua.com. They're also available on every international booking platform.
Antigua me come from.
So, Yorie, tell us, what are your main source markets? Who are your typical clients?
Well, we have a diverse international market and regional market.
I see that.
During peak season, we have an international market, mostly from the US, and we have some UK travelers that do come here and spend some time, especially Christmas season that was past. That was very, very busy for us. And then during the off season, we have our regional market and our diaspora, Antiguans coming home to visit family, carnival, because we do offer nice packages for groups, especially large groups looking for somewhere to stay.
Yeah. Well, last evening, you had the best advertisement from a gentleman here from Canada. And I said, how are you doing? And he said, how else would I be doing? I'm here at the residences in Antigua. So that's your walk-in billboard there. And word of mouth really tells a story. So that I'm happy to see that the clients are happy, and it is a diverse range of clients that visit from the region, beyond the region, and even through to Europe and the UK. Yorie, one of the things that struck me about Harbour Island Residences and the company that manages it is that, as you mentioned, it's locally owned. And many times with this type of property management, it's non-locals that own or manage. Could you tell us a bit more about that story of the owner and his ventures into entrepreneurship and building this business?
So Mr. Christian's story is very interesting, a very unique one. He would have started his career in banking and he would have moved over into hospitality.
Money man.
Yes. And his need to move over was work-life balance. Interesting enough, it's something that we talk about over and over again, but he had the vision to realize this is something he wanted for himself and he wanted to pass on to others. So he created this company that also takes advantage of the 4-day work week, which allows work balance for even the employees.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
4-day work week, bliss.
And that it also includes automation of things, hence the self-catering of the entire property. But he came into this property, he decided, we want to, he already met the property, but he wanted to offer different amenities, the inclusion of the pool, the up-to-date appliances that are inside of the property. So he had the vision to see that this is what I want the property to look like. I want it to be self-catering, allowing for my staff to be able to have work-life balance so they can see their children, all these different things. So the backstory behind Harbour Island is not just about making money, but it was about making opportunities for persons here.
And that's interesting because we talk about work-life balance. I have my own views on that because it really isn't about work-life balance. To me, work is a part of life, but it's life that is the priority. Mm-hmm. So it's very interesting that in building this type of business model, that he took into account, listen, it's not just about work, but people also have to look after the important aspects of life like family and self-care and recreation. And to do those things, we need sometimes to be away from work. So it's good to see that. And it's quite convenient, the accessing it. There's the lock box where we can find our keys and replace our keys, and it doesn't hinder us getting around or moving in and out. And other persons are quite easily accessible should we need additional assistance. So it's working. Yeah, right, it's working, and we see the workers are quite happy.
Yes.
As well. So we know in hospitality, it's really important to ensure that your team remains au courant with international standards. Antigua is a hub for tourism in the region. What are some of the initiatives you have in place to ensure that your staff remain highly skilled, well-trained, and right up there with all the others?
So personal development is something that Mr. Christian has a lot of passion for. So firstly, persons that were recruited were trained. We also have persons that would come in and continue with training and development at various stages. Also, the staff being so small and workable, there's a family environment. So there's enough space and leverage for persons to take some time and go on different courses. These are things that, they would speak to Mr. Christian about. They would see the different niches where they need to grow, and it's spoken to, taken up straight to the head, and it's implemented across the different departments of the entire company.
So there's a lot of competency building, professional development, and this seems to be something that you all are instilling in the culture of the organization. What is the size of the team?
So we roughly have about 8 to 10 permanent staff.
So it's a small team, but I see that you all are highly productive, and productivity is really what is critical at the end of the day, particularly in this hospitality environment in which you operate.
Yes.
So Yorie, as we near the end of our little chat here, Harbour Island Residences is set in Jolly Harbour, where there are tons of residences around. What sets Harbour Island Residences apart from every other villa or rental here?
I would have to say the family aspect in terms of our team. We have a perfect view of the marina, yes. We have accessibility to the different parts that other villas may not offer in terms of the golf carts and the concierge, but it's also how you feel, the experience when you come here. You're not just a number, you're not just somebody that comes in and leaves, where you're taken care of by the Harbour Island family.
So the warmth,
yes,
of the family, that family feeling,
yes,
that feeling of home.
Correct. So home away from home,
It's
though it's something we say all the time,
Yeah.
It's a home away from home that you're taken care of, that you walk out, you see a beautiful view, and you know what you're about to do for the day. You have someone that's telling you, hey, you can go this place, you can go that place, you can enjoy yourself.
All right. I get that, and we appreciate it. Yorie, thank you for joining us on this episode of Caribbean Connections here at the beautiful Harbour Island Residences. To our viewers, I am Dion Legore, and on this occasion, we've been chatting with Yorie Armsby, the marketing manager at Harbour Island Residences, Antigua.
From 365, we have beaches all around. Antigua may come from. Come on down if you want to have some fun. Antigua may come from. Let's keep on grooving till we're upside down.
Thank you for watching. This has been another episode of Caribbean Connections. If you would like to look at other productions, please visit our YouTube channel, I Fly Caribbean.
Hey!